The haunted school. Lila had heard rumors about the old school before she started her senior year. People whispered about strange noises and ghost sightings. But Lila didn't believe in ghosts. She thought it was just a silly story that people used to scare each other. On her first day of school, Lila was surprised to find out that her homeroom class was in the oldest part of the school. The classroom had creaky wooden floors and faded yellow walls. The windows were covered in dust and spider webs, and the air smelled musty. Lila tried to ignore the eerie feeling she had as she took her seat in the front row. But as the day went on, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. She felt a chill run down her spine as she heard a strange whisper in her ear. "Get out of here." Lila looked around, but there was no one there. She thought it was just her imagination playing tricks on her. But as the days went on, strange things started to happen. One day, Lila was in the bathroom, washing her hands, when she heard a soft moaning sound. She turned off the faucet and listened. The sound seemed to be coming from the other side of the door. Lila hesitated for a moment before opening the door. Standing in front of her was a figure dressed in a tattered uniform. Its face was pale and gaunt, and its eyes glowed with an eerie light. Lila tried to scream, but no sound came out. She ran out of the bathroom and straight to the principal's office to report what she had seen. The principal listened to Lila's story, but he just smiled and patted her on the back. "Ah, don't worry about it, my dear. It's just an old tale that students like to tell each other. There's nothing to be afraid of." Lila tried to brush off the encounter as her imagination getting the best of her, but the sightings continued. Every night, Lila would hear strange noises coming from the walls. She would wake up to find her textbooks scattered on the floor and her pencils broken in half. One night, Lila decided to investigate. She got up and followed the noises until they led her to the old library. She opened the door and gasped. There, in the middle of the room, was a figure of a woman in a white dress, her long hair flowing in the wind. The woman turned to look at Lila, and her eyes were hollow and empty. Lila tried to run, but her legs wouldn't move. She was trapped in the room with the ghost of a woman who had died years ago. The ghostly figure slowly started to move towards Lila, its arms reaching out as if to grab her. Lila tried to scream, but no sound came out. She closed her eyes and prayed for the nightmare to end. When Lila opened her eyes again, she was lying on the floor of the library. She got up, her heart racing, and ran out of the school. She never went back. Years later, Lila returned to the school. It had been renovated and looked completely different. But as she walked through the halls, she could feel the ghostly presence still lingering. She walked into her old classroom and saw the ghost of the woman in the white dress sitting at her desk. Lila took a deep breath and walked up to the ghost. The ghostly figure looked up and smiled at Lila. It vanished into thin air, leaving Lila with a sense of closure and a newfound respect for the paranormal.